Hello TK, to begin our reading lesson, we are going to start with our objective. Repeat after me. Objective, objective, objective. It is what we are going to learn. It's what we're going to talk about, what we're going to be thinking about, what we really have to master. So go ahead and repeat today's objective after me. Ready? I can identify letters C and D. So for today's objective, we are going to be identifying, and when we identify, we are using our eyes to be finding and looking for. So now that we know what we're going to be talking about, go ahead and pull your materials out. For today, you will be needing a pencil, a blue crayon, and your worksheet, activity page 8 and activity page 9. We will be doing activity page 8 together shortly, but first, I'm going to go over letters C and D. I'm going to be using my whiteboard, so if you have a whiteboard at home, maybe you can follow along with me. So now I'm showing you my whiteboard. This is where we will be practicing writing our letter C's and letter D's together. So I have my whiteboard marker for practice. Now let's try and remember our song. This is our uppercase C. So let's remember back to our song. For our letter C, it goes, to make a letter C, 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 it's half a circle, C, C, C. Ready? Half a circle. We're going to start from the top. We're going to be touching the top line and coming all the way down to our bottom line. So we'll start here, touch our top line, go all the way down to our bottom line, and go back up. But we do not close that gap because it is only half a circle. Our lowercase c is only going to touch the middle line and go down to the bottom line. So I'll show you now. We start here, touch the middle line, and go down to the bottom line. And again, that space in between that gap does not touch. So now I'm going to be putting finger space, 2 fingers. I'm going to write another uppercase C. Start here, touch the top line, go all the way down to the bottom line. This is my uppercase C, the big one. Now the little c, the lowercase c, I'm going to write it right next to it just like I did here. Ready? It only touches the middle line and down to the bottom line. Now that we practiced our uppercase and lowercase c 2 times, we're going to be doing the same thing for our uppercase and lowercase d on our lines down here. So when we are writing, we want to try and think of our song. Our song said, I got a great big belly like the capital D, D. So the letter D, it starts from the top line to the bottom line. And then think of that great big belly from the top line all the way down to the bottom line. That is my uppercase D. Now my lowercase d is a circle, a big stick, and that's the little d. The circle, TK, the circle only touches the middle line and down to the bottom line. The big stick touches the top line, but not the belly. Only the uppercase's belly touches the top line. Okay, so we're going to practice one more time. Finger space, and then right over here. So finger space, I'm going to write over here so they're not too close. Uppercase from top to bottom line. And then my great big belly for the uppercase D. And then for my lowercase d, it's a circle that only touches the middle line and bottom line. And then my big stick, it touches top line and bottom line. Good practice, TK. You can put this to the side now. We went over how our letter C looks and how you can write it. So you should know how to recognize it on your worksheet. Okay, so go ahead and take out your worksheet now that we completed our practice. Take out your crayon and your pencil. First, we will be using our pencil to write our first and last name. Go ahead and do that now. Now that you completed writing your name, you can grab your pencil and put it to the side. We won't be needing it because we will be underlining our responses with our blue crayon. Okay, TK, go ahead and take your paper and fold it horizontally. You are going to fold it horizontally on this line right here. Go ahead and fold it. If you need help, please ask your parents. Okay. Now that we are only focused on the top part of our worksheet, I want you to look at Papa Bear and the letter that is closest to him. What letter is closest to Papa Bear? The uppercase C. That is correct. So now I want you to look in Papa Bear's row at the other letters And we are going to be matching the uppercase to the rest of the uppercase letters. Do you see any other uppercase C's on your worksheet? I think I see 2 of them. 1, 2. Those are 2 uppercase C's, just like the one next to Papa Bear. So go ahead and take your blue crayon and you're going to underline your uppercase C's, just like the one that shows here next to Papa Bear. Now that you completed Papa Bear's row, you will move down to Goldilocks' row. The letter next to Goldilocks is the lowercase c. Can you take the time to go and find the other lowercase c's in Goldilocks' row? I think I see 2 of them. Okay, now that I completed these 2 rows, I'm going to turn my paper and I'm going to be looking at the bottom of my worksheet. The bottom of my worksheet shows Mama Bear and Baby Bear. We will be starting with Mama Bear and looking at the letter closest to her. This is a uppercase D. This is our uppercase D. Go ahead and find the other uppercase D's in Mama Bear's row and underline your responses. Okay, TK, now that I've finished my bottom half and my top half of my worksheet, I'm going to flip it over to activity page 9. You are going to do this page all by yourself, but you have to listen and I'm going to tell you which letter to underline. I'm not going to tell you the answer. You got to do it all by yourself. All right, TK, listen for directions. First, I want you to grab your magic finger. We call this our magic pointing finger. And you are going to put your finger on the porridge. Go ahead and put it on the porridge. We are only looking at this square. I want you to underline the uppercase C. Uppercase C in this square. Where do you see the uppercase C? Go ahead and underline it. Once you're done with that, go ahead and move your magic pointing finger over to the chair. Now we will be looking at this square only these 3 letters. In this square, I want you to underline the uppercase D. Underline the uppercase D. Only one of these 3 letters can be the uppercase D. Which one is it? Good job. Go ahead and move your magic pointing finger down to the bed. In this box, I want you to underline the lowercase c. Lowercase c. Only one of these 3 letters can be our lowercase c. Good job, TK. Moving on to our last question. We are looking at Goldilocks' box. In Goldilocks' box, I want you to underline the lowercase d. Lowercase d. Only in this box. Where do you see the lowercase d? Go ahead and underline it. Good job, TK. You guys did amazing. Once you are all done underlining your responses, you are going to take a picture of activity page 9 so I can see if you answered correctly. Thank you.